Today I thought I'd share a little bit about my plans for the farm, seeing that quite a few people have been asking what I'm planning to do there in the future. So I bought this brand of chips and this flavor because it sounded interesting. And I know of eggs, and I was wondering, never heard of chips flavored like eggs. But I have to say, I can't finish this because it tastes like I'm eating fart. So just a little disclaimer, these plans are in no way fixed in stone. I'm not a builder and I need to obviously check things with the builder, but these are just some ideas that I've been having, because why not use your imagination and start dreaming? It might be dreaming a little bit big, but this is the plan. You know, if you don't have dreams, you can never achieve them. So this is just a very rough drawing of the property, just to give you an idea of where everything is and when I start thinking of my planning. So this area here, this top terrace, which I think goes all the way like this, is, I've just called this whole area Zone A. And this area where the well is, which is that big hole in the ground that keeps filling up with water kind of well, this area I've called Zone B. And that would end, I suppose the house area would be separate sort of zone. And then the bottom terrace down here, where the second well is, I'm calling Zone C. So this one at the moment is some old vines over here, and then there's a little bit of an old bramble type of hedge over there. And over here there's like a little low, sort of like a terrace wall. I think there's another one over there. This is that big flat rock where they used to dry their cereals, as they said. And there's the house with the ruin next to it, and the oak tree, and the area where I've been parking the car. So what I was thinking is that maybe because the well is over there, this area might make a good vegetable garden over here. Aren't vegetables here? I mean, it's not that far from the house. And in this area here, maybe this could be where I might put up like an animal shelter. So this might be where I might have like the shed or the barn, and it might be an idea to fence this area in over here. So that would be the big place to keep the animals, and then if I get that like temporary fencing that I can then move around, then I can do like rotational grazing in this area, these areas. I don't know, that's just one of the things I'm thinking at the moment. I'm so excited. I have just made my first purchase for my farm, a tape measure. course, the first place to start is going to be with the cottage itself and fixing that up. And when I was at the farm, I did a whole lot of measuring just to get measurements so I can get an idea of what I have to be doing. It's going to be a lot of work, but I have some ideas. The first thing that's got to be done is to clean out this cottage. It seems to be filled with branches. I don't know why they're there, but anyway, I'm going to remove all the branches and the pine cones that are in there, and then I can have a better idea with what I'm working with. And then the next thing is going to be to have a look at this roof, because quite a few people have commented that the rafters that they've put in are metal. And I mean, obviously there's no insulation. One's going to have to put in some insulation. So I'm thinking at this moment that this roof, maybe I can actually remove this whole roof and put in a new one with rafters and tiles and insulation that is needed. And this new roof, rather than wasting it, I can then use this roof as the roof for a barn, animal shelter kind of idea. That's just what I've been thinking. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Of replacing this roof completely?
And then everything down we can take and then put another 2 pillars on the both sides, and then we can open.
Yeah.
Usually we do this when we feel where we have like 2 big stones, because then it's more easy to take the stones off, okay?
Yeah.
That is the way to open.
I'm still not that sure about opening a side to put a window in. I'm thinking skylights might be better. And I'm thinking that this is big enough to be able to put in a bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen. So this bungalow is more or less the same size. Well, it's a little bit smaller actually than the stone cottage, but it's basically got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a little kitchen, and a dining area. So this has made me think I can actually fit quite a lot into that cottage, which is a little bit bigger than this. I definitely want to go the route of composting toilets and using solar energy. So I have been doing a little bit of research, and I've found some Spanish suppliers that are quite reasonably priced.
Have more small rocky, small stones. The other one have
bigger ones, yeah.
So it's much more easily to fill up all the gaps, and then you can paint or you can leave. Even we have this gray concrete, but we have the same color like the stone. So if you don't want to see this gray and you don't want to paint in the future, we have this color,
this
like
color.
This yellow color.
Okay.
So and then you feel it's like terracotta inside the gaps.
When I was doing the farm tours, we looked at a cottage that had been done up already, and I saw what the insulation looks like, and I'd done a little bit more research and discovered that this filling in the gaps between the stones is called stone pointing, and that is something that I'm going to have to do the inside of the cottage. This other cottage also had these translucent roof sheets in instead of skylights, which is a possibility as well. So back to the ruin next to the cottage. I am thinking that this ruin is probably going to have to be rebuilt because some of the walls, well, the walls are a little bit wonky, but there's so much stone lying around, which was probably part of this ruin to start off with. So this is going to become the guest room, which I refer to as the princess room, because my friend and my son, who are going to come and visit, want to have, like a luxury kind of room. So we'll have to create the princess room for the visitors who don't like to rough it, should we say. So that's the plan for that room. But obviously first is to get the cottage cleaned out, roof redone, and then get started on the princess room. On the other side of the cottage, I've been thinking, I don't know if I should make like another bathroom maybe on that side as well. That's just something I've been thinking about. I don't know. And in the front of the cottage, I'm planning on putting an enclosed veranda, which obviously we have the views, but that would be where the living area would be. And my plan is to put in a fireplace, which is also like a barbecue. So it can work as a fireplace and a barbecue. Something a little like this. But one of the first things I'm going to do is when I come back in October, I have already booked a digger guy to come and clean out the wells and the area around the wells, both this bottom well and also the well at the top. So that I think that's a priority, is to get the wells done. And this is the top well, which you can see needs a lot more done to it than the bottom well. So in October, that's my priority. And while it would be nice to put in hedges like this around the property, I don't think I'll still be alive by the time they're fully grown. So in the meantime, my plan is to just fence that middle area where I will initially keep animals, and then and where I'll be putting the shed to keep animals and feed and all kinds of other stuff for the farm. But that is not the immediate priority. The wells and the cottage and the roof for the cottage, those are the first things that I will be working on. And then I'm only looking at getting animals much later. My next planned visit to the farm is going to be the beginning of October, and hopefully by that time the transfer will be gone through, the deeds will be in my name, and yeah, then the work can start. So unfortunately, from now until October, you won't be able to get regular updates about the farm and the work I'm doing on the farm, because I have to wait until it's in my name. But in the meantime, I'll be posting videos on my travels and recipes, and other research that I'm doing in preparing for working on the farm. So please subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment below, and I'll see you on my next adventure.